Yes, it led me astray. What could I be to please my mother? What could I do to bring peace to my father? I was spinning around till I finally found that part of me that was always free. Now I'm here for my God to reveal what was said in the beginning. Yes, I am. I am here for my God to reveal what was said in the beginning. If you're walking asleep, pulled by the weight of this world, so turned around till it's hard to discern what is up or what is down. Stand still and be your salvation. You are a child of God's creation. You're the light of the world. You are God in the flesh. And as you awake, you must confess, I am here for my God to reveal what was said in the beginning. And I know you know what I'm talking about. I am, ooh, yeah, what's said in the beginning. Come on, sing a song with me right now. I am here for my God. Ooh, yeah, what's said in the beginning. Oh, thank you, God, for I know now. I am here for my God to reveal what was said in the beginning. To the beginning. When you're alone and scared. When your old friends start to put you down 'cause you changed. And everything seems to be going wrong. God seems so far away. Go back to the beginning. Oh, in the beginning, you are a child of God's creation. We are the light of the world. We are God in the flesh. And as we awake, we must confess.
Purpose statement. Our purpose is to create a spiritual community that recognizes that there is one presence and one power in the universe, God. Daily, we actively practice this spiritual truth. We open our heart space to each person to acknowledge one another as expressions of God. It is in each other that we see God.
May our hearts be open. 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 May our hearts be open.
Will you turn within with me? I am grateful and thankful for this celebration. Grateful and thankful for us gathering in this sacred and holy space. I am grateful for the knowing that there is one creative cause, God, one presence, God, and that during this time that we are together, we choose to invoke that substance, that presence, God, which is love, light, wholeness, prosperity, truth, and abundance. This presence is here now, in us and through us, as we acknowledge and embody our oneness in this sacred space. So wonderful to have this knowing, and knowing that this divine energy of healing, love, and light surrounding those on our prayer list and those of us with any concern on our heart, touching those concerns now and letting us know all is well. Oh, sweet spirit that is within, shine your light without. Connect us all across the ethers. And bless this service, that it may be a blessing for each and every one involved, and for all who are here now and will watch this service later. We are so grateful for our spiritual director and ask your continued blessings of health, prosperity, and wellness upon him and his family. And we are grateful to be one with God. And so it is. Blessings.
What kept me sad was the story in my head about what I never had and what I never said. But I can sing a song the flowers gave to me. It helps to keep me strong. It helps to keep me free. So when I'm walking with you,
Walking with God,
and when I'm talking with you,
I'm talking with God,
and when I'm praying with you,
I'm praying with God.
if God is all there is,
And everything is God.
or when I'm laughing with you,
I'm laughing with God.
and when I'm singing with you,
I'm singing with God.
in the arms of my friends,
I'm in the arms of God.
if God is all there is,
Then everything is God. There is a road, a journey we must take. It starts from within, it's just a thought away. I can sing a song the Spirit gave to me. It helps keep me It helps me to be free. Now when I'm walking with you, I'm walking with God. And when I'm talking with you, I'm talking with God. When I'm praying with you, I'm praying with God. If God is all there is, then everything is God. When I'm laughing with you, I'm laughing with God. When I'm singing with you, I'm singing with God. In the arms of my friends, I'm in the arms of God. If God is all there is, then everything is God. If God is all there is, then everything is God. If God is all there is, then everything is God. What comes from the heart reaches the heart. Good morning, Open Heart, and welcome to our Heartstream for this Sunday, October the 15th. I know this is not my usual manner of doing the Namaste moment, but I had the opportunity on yesterday to travel to Etheridge, Tennessee as a part of a group. There were 50 of us on a bus that went to visit Amish country there. And as a cultural anthropologist, it was an opportunity I could not pass by. One of my fellow anthropologist friends organized a trip, and it was made up of a lot of different people from different backgrounds that were able to go. And we got there, we got on wagons that were horse-drawn wagons and rode out into Amish country. We visited their houses where out in the front they had things set up to sell things like baked goods and crafts and canned goods and other things like that. And we had the opportunity to watch them make molasses and furniture, candles, and all of the things. A very different lifestyle because, as you might know, they don't have electricity, and there are a lot of other things that we take for granted as far as technology and our particular way of doing things that are very different from the way that they do. But it was a great opportunity, and I was glad to be able to go. I am glad, as always, for all of the things that you do to support us with Open Heart and support Open Heart. And I look forward to the upcoming opportunities that we have on the fifth Sunday of this month. We're going to gather for our fellowship, and it's going to be a party. We'll have a fall party, and we look forward to you being there. I hope that you can make it. And today, I'm especially glad for Angela Sargent being our guest speaker for this morning. And as always, I greet you. I bless you. I see God in you.
Our affirmation for the month of October. I am the author of my life. I am the author of my life. My story is a demonstration of my rising up in truth, beauty, and the joy of God. My life is a hero's journey, and so it is. Today is a day like no other day. Just think and you'll know that it's true. Days like today should be holidays. So I'm singing this message to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Just have a happy day. melody. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. 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 I am not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. 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 I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my soul inside. It's all light. All light. All light. It's all light.
I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I am divinity divine. I am the God inside. I am the star, a piece of it all. I am light.
Good morning. Today's affirmative reading is The Responsibility Factor. James Allen once said, "A man sooner or later discovers that he is the master gardener of his soul, the director of his life." The science of mind gives us your only responsibility is to uncover the truth. Oprah Winfrey once spoke about many lessons that she learned over the 25 years of her television show. One thing she said really struck in my mind: you are responsible for your life. And we all know that on some level. But do we really understand what that means? I practice what I call the responsibility factor. Here is the process. The moment something happens in my life that is significant, either good or challenging, I pause and ask the question, what did I do to create this opportunity to grow? Usually, when I ask that question, the answer comes quickly and easily. And when it doesn't, I sit down and I stream of in my consciousness journey. I put down all of my fears, doubts, and concerns, excitement, and enthusiasm. What comes out only makes my heart smile. even if I see that I am on the pity pot. It all comes down to what? Perception. Am I looking at life from the viewpoint of empowerment or a victim? Are you willing to take the responsibility for your life and stop looking outside to gain anything? Can you let go of blaming anyone or anything for your current situation? If the answers to these questions are yes, you have activated the responsibility factor. You can choose to be happy. You can choose joy. Today's affirmation is, I am responsible for my life, and therefore I choose to win.
Once again, it's time for our announcements. Hope you will find out more about what's happening with our spiritual center. We're so glad that you have joined us today. At Open Heart, we believe in the power of affirmative prayer. Each and every individual and family you see represented here, we continue to pray for you. Our prayer team each morning remembers you, and we hold the space for you, as well as all of you who are a part of our Open Heart family. There are several ways to give to Open Heart: through our Cash App at OHSC 901, online at OHSC901.com, or text the word GIVE to 615-422-4292. Coming very soon will be our Lessons from the Heart, where it will be an opportunity for you to learn more about our principles and the practices that we use here at Open Heart through video lessons that you'll be able to access at any time. Look forward to this learning opportunity for each and every one of you. Begin or continue your day with prayer through our daily affirmative prayer call every morning at 8 a.m. Central Time, 901-586-8755. Handsome Mothers Rwanda is having its concert brunch blast on October 15th from 11 to 1 at Memphis Made Brewery in the Edge. Hope Claiborne is a special musical guest, and the food is going to be provided by Big Bad Breakfast. Our own Carolyn Head is a board member, and she invites you to join them. You can purchase tickets through a link on our website. I Am, a documentary film, which premieres at the Indie Memphis Film Festival on Wednesday, October the 25th at 8:30. It tackles the issue of mental health in the African American community with candid and revealing interviews with 5 women who speak about their journey with anxiety disorder. Our own Angela Sargent is one of those that will be featured, and you can go to our website for a link to purchase tickets.
So I'm going to speak into the atmosphere. Speak into the atmosphere. Speak into the atmosphere. Let's say it again with
Speak into the atmosphere. Speak your word into the atmosphere. That's the way things happen. Just speak into the atmosphere. Speak into the atmosphere. Speak your word into the atmosphere. Speak into the atmosphere. If you're a little shy, don't worry about it. Just say it softly. But speak, 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 oh, speak, speak, speak your word, speak your word, speak, 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 declare it, 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 declare your word, declare your word, oh, declare it, declare it, declare it, declare it, say it's mine, 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 what's yours is yours, it's mine, is mine, it's mine, you can take it, it's mine, we all can make it, it's mine, say yes, yes, say yes, yes, say yes, 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 say yes to your yes, yes to all your yes, say yes, yes, say yes, yes, speak, 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 speak your love, speak your love, speak, 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 speak your word, speak your word, speak into the atmosphere, into the atmosphere, oh, speak into the atmosphere, speak into the atmosphere, speak your word into the atmosphere, speak into the atmosphere, speak into the atmosphere, speak into the atmosphere, I shall have what I decree. Yes, I believe. Yes, I believe. It belongs to me. It belongs to me. And so I'm going to speak into the atmosphere. I'll speak into the atmosphere. Speak into the atmosphere. Speak into the atmosphere. Speak into the atmosphere.
Hello, Open Heart family. This is Angela Sargent, and it's so wonderful to be present with you on today. As always, I'd like to thank John for the opportunity to be able to speak and just share what's on my mind. It's very interesting that the topic, our story, was our theme for this particular month. And strangely enough, this was the most difficult theme for me to not necessarily be able to tap into, but thinking about my story and thinking and listening to the things that John has been saying, how difficult it is for a lot of us to be able to tell our stories. And the fact that we don't understand that the stories that we tell ourselves, the stories that we've been told over our lives, have helped to mold us into who we are right now. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some time, really honestly, to share my story. And the things that I would really like to focus on is the effect that limiting beliefs had on my story. My core values that I developed on my own versus taking those that were given to me through traditions, and the awakening of actually figuring out what my story truly is. Because for so long, my story was given to me. My story was told to me by my parents and my grandparents and the people around me. But the actual opportunity to actually sit down and try to formulate my story, I've tried to write it down. I've tried to give myself notes, and it was just like the Spirit said, just speak and allow the Spirit to move. So, I'm going to share just a part of my story, and this is going to be such a beautiful experience for me to be able to be vulnerable and share the importance of my story. So, I'm a 47-year-old woman. I was born to a nurse practitioner as well as a bus driver. My father was my first storyteller. He could capture people's attention with his jokes, with his wisdom, with his personality. So I always loved to be around my father. And just in conversations, stories passed down. I was told that my father had always wanted a boy. And up until I was born, they thought I was going to be a boy. And so when I came out a girl, no one ever said this, but I carried this thought of there was a sense of disappointment of the fact that I was a girl. So that's my first limiting belief on my story. And so, loving my father, catering to my father, always wanting to be around him, I automatically became a tomboy. And so I now would pay attention to the fact that my father always bought me like masculine colors, not necessarily masculine clothes, but I wanted a jogging suit, and the jogging suit it was hot pink and purple and lime green. But my father wanted me to wear a black, a gray, a dark red jogging suit, and that was a jogging suit that he ended up purchasing. And so again, this is to me feeding into this limiting belief that I am not enough because I wasn't a boy and I'm a girl. And, anyway, for him to keep me in that capacity or in this tomboyish role, he was going to attempt to do. Now, again, this is not speaking against my father, but it's just speaking against, again, things that I don't necessarily know are true. But because I have developed this limiting belief, now in my story, everything that happens and things that happen are now being stacked upon trying to prove and make this limiting belief valid. So as I got older and went to high school, I was still and I was an awkward child. Very inquisitive, loved to ask questions, loved to learn new things. But I was just awkward. I wasn't like everybody else. Again, my mom was a nurse practitioner, so a lot of what I listened to was medical books on tape, Stephen King on tape. My daddy loved Western, so the normal things, music videos, and all these other things that people were listening and watching, I didn't do a lot of. So again, I'm going through life, middle school. Elementary school was a little difficult. I was bullied a lot because I really didn't know who I was, and I was still closed up in this capacity of not being enough. And then at that point in my life, like I said, I don't know what my core values were. I knew that we went to church on a regular basis. I knew that my parents were working parents, and I knew that I just did not have a traumatic life. So I always felt like my life was boring and nobody wanted to listen to me because I wasn't having the drama that other people were having. So here we are again, creating another limiting belief based on the fact I am not enough. So in that point, in noticing again, my father is still a great storyteller. I am older and realizing that some of these stories that he's telling are not necessarily true. So then I began, okay, so that's how you get people to like you. You embellish stories or you make yourself out to be the hero and things of that nature. So again, building on this belief that I'm not enough, let me make these elaborate stories up and maybe people will start to like me. And sure enough, I became the storyteller in high school, sharing stories about myself instead of expressing and showing my authentic self, showing who I truly am, what I believe in, what I support, what I like, what I don't like. I built this amazing character around me based on the fact, yet again, this limiting belief that I am not enough. Why am I sharing all this with you? Because in the process of going through this and us developing our stories, we have to take some time to go back and find those limiting beliefs, those beliefs that prevent us from truly showing up as our authentic self so that we can go on to do the things that we love to do, the things with a true passion, not just out of, well, because I'm not this, or because this is what happened in my tradition, this is what I'm basing my story off of. It does not work. And you end up constantly getting into situations where your true authentic self, they show up. Even though we do these things and we end up not truly showing who we are when we are in crisis situations, when we're hurt, or even when we're in love, the true you is going to show those expressions, those things. And wouldn't it be nice if they could come from a pure place and not a place of us trying to hide who we are and how we feel? Well, back to the story. I continued to go off to college with this wonderful, elaborate story that I made up about myself. And it could be just silly things. Things like I had twin sisters that lived in New York. And, when I walked home, it was like I lived in a fantasy world. And that made me so happy because people were so excited to have a conversation with me. They never really knew me, never knew my likes, my dislikes, my hobbies, none of it. And to be honest, quite a few of them didn't even know my last name, but I was building this story to impress other people. And so that went on. I go off to college. And again, I'm still in this situation where I'm this wonderful person. I've built this amazing persona of who I am. And the thing that started me on the process of really trying to be self-aware and figure out and break this shell that I put around me, this false shell that I put around me, is the birth of my daughter. Realizing that I am about to be a mother and I'm about to be raising a child, and I have to show my daughter who I am in my vulnerable times so that she would be able to do the same, and having to be able to express to my daughter's father, who I am, and be vulnerable and be able to go and say the person that I introduced to you is not the person who I truly am. When that snowball began to happen, then the universe took the opportunity to just scoop me up and say, okay, it is now time for you to start trying to figure out how and what your true story is. So as I went through college, I spent a lot of time working on figuring out what was it about me that I did not like, that I could not just show up as myself, and how can I make sure that this doesn't happen to my daughter. And as I grew older, it takes time, because again, the things that you learn as a young person and that you deal with, even in your own small, large, whatever your trauma situation looks like, helps to continue to mold you into who you are. So I took those things into my marriage of not being enough. I took those things into raising my children. Am I going to be a good enough mother? Am I going to be able to set a good enough example for them? Even into my teaching career, when I would go into the school, my thoughts would always be, am I going to be good enough? Am I going to be worthy of educating these tiny humans who parents are trusting me with their first steps in education? So that one thing, those falsehoods that we build into our story, mold us and mold how we react to the world. And it's so important for us to make sure that we're building our story from a clean slate, and make sure that we're being honest in why we've chosen to build up some of these walls, and why we've learned how to tap out of reality. What was at the core of that? Because when you do get to the end and people are sharing your story, you want them to be speaking of the authentic you. You want them to be speaking of a place of knowing, because your life is a reflection of who you are. What's going on in your outside world is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. And what better time than now than to want to sit and actually start spiritually writing out your story, not just with all the negative things that you've accomplished or have done in your life and all the shame and all the guilt. What about those wonderful things? What about those mountains that you have climbed? What about those addictions that you've overcome? What about those times when your heart was hurting and it's mended and now you realize I'm a better person now? Those are the things that are part of your story as well. And we have to make sure that we make them intertwined so that they can make the beautiful mixture that makes up you. I am so grateful to be able to identify my limiting beliefs. And I got that from having meaningful, intentional conversations with a life coach. The gentleman that I have been working with has just thrown out some wonderful vocabulary and some wonderful things that have allowed me to dig deep into myself to make sure that I am being honest with myself and make sure that my story is a true depiction of who I am. So the things that I would like for you to start tapping in as John continues to go through this series of our story is, are there any limiting beliefs that are preventing you from making your story a complete story? Are you still stuck in those trauma places and you're writing your story from that place? That's number one. Number two, what are your core values? What are the things that have been driving you in your life that you believe in that mold your convictions and why you behave in the way that you behave? Those things are a very important part of your story because to me, that sets a plot. It sets a guideline of why you're moving the way that you're moving. And think about it, once you address those limiting values, your core values may not be what you truly think they are. They may be things, again, like traditions that have been passed down or things that you've been told you need to believe in. So addressing what is truly you and what have you been believing about yourself that has not been true will definitely help to make sure that you are developing values that are important to you and that are truly yours at the core. And lastly, enjoying life. Part of your story is the things that you've enjoyed. We have been given the gift of life, and the gift of life is not supposed to be tedious to where we're doing, like he said, those mundane things that are just robotic. Your story is full of awakenings. Seasons have come and gone. Loves have come and gone and have stayed. You have created. You have destroyed. All of those things are a part of your story. So even in the process of enjoying life, make sure that your story is complete and not just based on the things that you've been told or the false things that you believe about yourself. Our stories are so beautiful and deserve to be told. I just shared a brief part of my story because I remember for so long those limiting beliefs held me back. And it made me not understand why people would say, oh my God, you're such a sweet spirit, or say things like to me, oh my God, you're such a beautiful woman, or oh, you're such a unique. I never was able to receive that. I was always pushing it out because I was like, y'all are just saying that because of a limiting belief that I developed so long ago of not being enough. So take the time to tap into those limiting beliefs and discover what they are. Reassess your core values and make sure they're built on who you are as a core. And in making sure that you're enjoying life so that your story can be complete and centered around wholeness. Thank you so much for this opportunity. That felt great. This is the first time that I've actually been able to speak from my heart and not from necessarily trying to pay attention to my notes and things of that nature, because I really wanted to give you my story authentically. And just to let you know that even at 47 years old, I'm still writing pages to my story. And as long as I'm granted an opportunity to wake up, my story is going to change. My story is going to be fluid, but I'm no longer basing my story on any limiting beliefs. I am believing that anything that I can think of, anything that I can dream of, I can accomplish and I can be. And I am hoping and wishing and praying the same for you. Thank you so much and enjoy your Sunday.
child of this universe. The ocean dances at my feet. The wind plays a melody through my hair. I am loved at every turn. I am kissed by Mother. I am a child of this universe. The sun warms me in its embrace. The stars have a light for me in the sky. I am honored by all life. I am held by Father Time. Every blade of grass, every shaking leaf on the tree, every mountain top sings of the glory of God moving through me, moving through you. Oh. I am a child of this universe. Through my breath, all of life can breathe. I plant the seeds with my every dream. I can love at every turn. Give a kiss to Mother Earth. Yes, I am a child